Hi Disciples, today I'm going to teach you how to play Everyone's Waiting by Missy Higgins. The part we're learning first sounds like this. Sort of like that. I'm dressing it up a little bit, and I'm going to teach you the real simple way because there's a lot of little pieces to go through this whole song, but you should feel encouraged to go for dressing it up a little bit if you feel like it. So the first thing you need is an F sharp chord, an F sharp major chord. So you're going to play, I recommend, an F sharp, a C sharp, and an F sharp with your left hand if you can reach all those notes. If you can't, drop off that low F sharp and try to keep everything compact. But if you can reach all that, that's what I recommend for the left hand. The right hand is going to play an A sharp, a C sharp, and another F sharp if you can reach it. So it moves between, a large part of the song moves between that F sharp chord and a B chord, and sort of like back to that F chord. So that B chord, you're going to play a B in your left hand, you're going to play a B, a D sharp, and an F sharp. So those two chords, if you can sort of figure out how to switch smoothly between those two, and you'll notice I showed you a way of playing it so that your wrists don't move left or right very much, and that's going to make it easier for you to play. Alright, so that little section there, that F sharp, B, and then back to the F sharp, you're going to do that twice. So I'll play through it twice just so we're in context. Now the next part is similar, but the left hand is going to do this little walk down, F sharp to you could say an E sharp to a D sharp. Now I'm calling that an E sharp because we're in the key of F sharp, which has an E sharp. It's a little bit weird. I'm gonna say it that way for now. If it's confusing you, just think about the F or just watch what I'm playing, all right? So we've got this F sharp and then it walks down to that E sharp and then to a D sharp, and then you're gonna do kind of the same thing with your right hand. So it's kind of like that movement, that F sharp to the B and then back to the F sharp is all over that D sharp in your left hand. And the only little thing you add to the end of that section is a C sharp. So you sort of slide everything down a little bit to the left, and you're going to be playing a C sharp, a G sharp, a C sharp in your left hand, if you can reach all that, an F, a G sharp, and a C sharp in your right hand. So let me show you that little section, because what I just taught you there, you repeat that same thing 3 times to start the song. You might call the first 1 or 2 an introduction. It doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna call it like I don't know, the verse section. But you think about, remember that it also is sort of encompassing the intro too. So you've got an F sharp to a B to an F sharp, and you repeat that exact thing. And I'm throwing a little bit of melody in there just so you can sort of hear the context. Then your left hand is gonna walk down to that D sharp, and kind of like the same thing. And then you end on that C sharp. Now, after you play that 3 times, so we'll say that's 2, and I'll just play through the 3rd time so it's all in context. Here's the walk down part. I kind of messed that up. Ooh, gosh. Walk down to the B, F sharp, into that C. Alright, now after you play through that chunk 3 times, you're going to go into this B chord. B, behind my back. She sings behind my back at that part. So you've got a B, an F sharp, a B in your left hand, if you can reach all that, a D sharp, an F sharp, and a B in your right hand. And that's going to set you up for the chorus. So that's the verse section there, all done. And then you go into the chorus. 'Cause everyone's waiting, and it's getting harder to hear what my heart is saying. I don't really know the lyrics, but something kind of like that. I'm just trying to give you somewhere close. So you've got an F sharp to start off that chorus block, all right? So you've already learned that chord. And and then you move to a G. You move to a B over a G sharp. So that means that your right hand is going to be playing the B, and the over part means your left hand is going to be playing a G sharp. So you can go ahead and play that G sharp in your left hand, and your right hand is going to play an F sharp, a B, a D sharp, and an F sharp, or any combination of those. Just try to get at least one of each of those notes. All right. So that's the second chord. The third chord is a B. So you can just basically move your left. You can pretty much leave your right hand where it is and just move your left hand up to a B, and that'll take care of it for you. And then the last chord in this chorus loop is a C sharp. So you kind of move everything to the right a little bit. So you've got a C sharp in your left hand, G sharp, C sharp, F, and that's an E sharp, and a G sharp in your right hand. All right. So let me show you that chorus block, and you basically would just repeat those 4 chords for the chorus. So here it is. F sharp. You've got a B over a G sharp. You're going to move this to a B, so you're effectively just playing a B. You're going to slide everything to the right a little bit and play a C sharp. I mean, you have to sort of also switch some stuff around. And then you repeat that. What my heart is saying. Turn it off. I want to turn it off. I don't know. I'm kind of messing the lyrics up. Apologize for that. So then after you play that 4-chord loop twice, so that's the chorus chunk, you move into what I'm going to call the post-chorus. Usually you see like a pre-chorus in songs. I've never seen a post-chorus, but that's what I'm going to call this section. And it sounds like this. It's very similar to the verse. It's just sort of like, think about it as like the end part of the verse loop, sort of. You'll get it. You'll get it. I'll just show you the chords. So you got an F sharp into the B, back to the F sharp, just like the verse, the first thing I showed you. And then you almost repeat that again. Well, you do repeat it, and then you add something. So you repeat that F sharp, B, F sharp, and you just end on the C sharp. So that should also look pretty familiar, or should seem familiar in your hands a little bit if you've sort of learn the first part. So that's your post-chorus. So we've got some balls in the air here. We've got a verse loop or verse block. We've got a chorus block. I just showed you the post-chorus block. After you play that, you go into another sort of like a version of the verse. Okay, so the verse that you play, you're just gonna play it once through instead of 3 times. That's one thing that's different. Okay, so I'll play it once through and I'll show you. You got that F sharp, the B, the F sharp. You walk down to that F sharp over the D sharp, into the B, into the F sharp, and then into the C sharp, just like as if you were to end one of those verse loops. And then you know how at the end of the verse you go to that B? You still do that, but this time you kind of quickly jump up to a D sharp minor and into a C sharp. So let me show you that D sharp minor, okay? That's a D sharp, an A sharp, a D sharp in your left hand, an F sharp, an A sharp, and a D sharp in your right hand. And then everything slides down to the left a little bit, kind of, and you play a C sharp. So you've got C sharp, G sharp, C sharp in your left hand, if you can reach all that, E sharp, sorry, G sharp, and C sharp in your right hand. And then you go into what I'm calling chorus 2. And I'm calling it chorus 2 because it's basically the chorus, but it has this little change at the end to bring you into the bridge. So the chorus 2, you still have that F sharp, you still have that B over the G sharp, just like the regular chorus, B and to the C sharp, just like the first chorus, and then you repeat that pretty much, F sharp, just like the other one, B over the G sharp, normal B. Now here's where it gets different. You got that C sharp, but then you do a walk up into a D sharp. So you've got this C sharp, and then you can even just play octave Ds, and then you're gonna move right into a D minor. So the key thing here is to see here is this C sharp moves to a D, and then right into the bridge on the D minor. So here's the bridge. I'll play the bridge for you once so you can just sort of hear what it sounds like. Actually, I play like this. Sorry, I'm messing up. that's it. So that's the bridge section. So you've just walked up out of that second chorus, and you start with a D sharp minor. So you already know that chord. You've just sort of played it right before in the that sort of modified verse. A D sharp minor. I'll show you one more time. D sharp, A sharp, D sharp, F sharp, A sharp, and I would play it just like that, and leave these fingers sort of ready to play a couple of different notes. 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because what the chord that's next is a D sharp minor 9, which means you need to add this 7 here, this C sharp, and this E sharp. So it's a really nice chord, actually. It's a little bit jazzy. And so you go from that D sharp minor, and you're going to add this C sharp and E sharp here. Okay, so I actually gave you the wrong timing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 6 and then 6 in that D sharp minor 9. Then you're going to move to a C sharp, which means that I'm actually leaving my 3 finger and my pinky, which is playing this C sharp and this E sharp where it is, and I'm sliding the other fingers down a little bit to catch the notes that are part of the C sharp. So we've got C sharp, G sharp, C sharp in your left hand, E sharp, G sharp in your right hand, along with this C sharp and the E sharp that you were already playing. And then so let me see if I can put this in context. D sharp minor, D sharp minor 9, C sharp, and then you've got a B, so that's, you're gonna probably just want to, you could do it a couple ways. I'll say you could probably just jump down here, so you get a B in your left hand, a D sharp, an F sharp, another B, and a D sharp. And then you finish out with a G sharp minor. So I'm playing G sharp, D sharp, G sharp in my left hand, a B and a D sharp in my right hand. And I'm kind of keeping my wrists about where I know they're going to end up in the verse, because for the next part, which is the post chorus that I showed you. And you go right into that post chorus. F sharp, B, F sharp, F sharp, B, F sharp, excuse me, C sharp. Now, in the music video, there's a really long pause here, which I actually think is really nice. It's like everyone's waiting for the chorus to come back, right? So it's a nice sort of like device, songwriting technique, where there's this wave. It's a really awesome video. You should check it out. A wave going by. So you hold this for a really long time if you're playing along with the music video. And then the chorus comes back and she sings, and it's kind of course, it's a little bit different. She sings, "Everyone's waiting," and then you start playing. But it's getting harder to hear what my heart is saying. Oh gosh. And so then it's like this sort of chorus verse. So let me show you those parts. So in your head you want to hear everyone's wait on the W, and the wait is like the 1, 2, 3, 4. Everyone's waiting. 4, 5, 6. So you're counting wait 2, 3, and then you start playing on 4, 5, 6. Okay. Everyone's waiting. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. So let me show you those chords so you can drop those in and try to get that rhythm. All right. So you've got an F sharp, but you're actually kind of playing like a reduced, simplified version of this. And I think she plays an even more simple version, but I'm going to show you this version so it's a little bit easier to think about. So you've got an A sharp, a C sharp, and an F sharp. That's your first chord. Everyone's wait 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. And so you immediately after that 4, 5, 6, 1, the next one you're going to move this A sharp to a B, and then you're in that chord right there is just a B sus2. You're basically just playing a B sus2. A sus2 means you suspend. Normally you'd play a B like this, but you suspend the 2. You bring this 3 down to the 2. If that makes sense, you cool. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. So you've got that F sharp, into the B sus2, and then you kind of think about playing that B sus2 again. Okay, so you're like holding it longer than the other chords, but it's getting harder to hear. On harder to hear hard, you're gonna play a C sharp, an F, and a C sharp, an E sharp, and an F sharp. Okay. Whoop, hear what my heart. Back to that F sharp. Heart is saying to that B sus2. Take it off. Turn it off. I wanna turn it off. Okay, so that turn off, you got a G sharp minor, and I'm playing an inversion, so you're gonna play a B, a D sharp, and a G, and then you sort of finish that little sort of modified chorus chunk with a C sharp, E sharp, and G sharp. As soon as you end that block, you're just gonna jump into the chorus, the normal chorus that you learned first, okay? And it's by the way, it's very similar to that part. This is just sort of a modification. So you've got that modified chorus verse, and then it flows right into just another set of a chorus. So the normal chorus, F sharp, B over a G sharp, B, C sharp, and you play it twice, just like in the normal chorus. Here's the B over the G sharp, here's the B, and here's the C sharp. And you're gonna end this whole song by going back to that B. But everyone's waiting. Everyone's waiting. So this is the end part. All right, so let me show you that whole end sequence one more time. You've got that B chord and you kind of hold it out for a while. Everyone's waiting. Everyone's waiting. And you literally hold it for that long. So I like to play the chord once, and then the second time through, kind of arpeggiate it, which just means like play the notes one at a time. And you can mess around with exactly how you play that. I'm playing that with the sustain pedal down, the pedal on the far right, to let it sort of air out a little bit, make it a little bit sadder. And then the end sequence is a D sharp minor. So you've got D sharp, A sharp, D sharp in your left hand, F sharp, A sharp, and D sharp in your right hand. And actually, I'm gonna have you play like this. Yeah, play it like this. So the left hand is the same, but play an F sharp, an A sharp, and an F sharp in your right hand. Okay, so that's that D sharp minor. And I'm kind of bouncing, keeping this F sharp in my mind. Kind of a top bottom switcheroonie thing going. Okay, then you're gonna slide. You're gonna keep this 2-finger where it is, and everything else is gonna slide down a little bit. So you've got a C sharp or more. You could do a G sharp as well, and another C sharp in your left hand. You can do an E sharp, keep that A sharp where it is, and another E sharp in your right hand. You still have that sort of top, bottom, top, bottom, and you're gonna end with this chord here, which is you've got a B in your left hand, a D sharp, an A sharp, and a D sharp. And you just make sure that you slow down at the end there for that end section, and that's the whole song. I know that was a long one, but hopefully that helped. Hey, thanks for watching. I want to let you know that this video is made possible by the generous support of my patrons, members of JoeRaciti.com, and by my awesome subscriber base. Thank you all so much for your support. It means so much to me. If you want to take your support to the next level, if you think that my goal of bringing high quality music education to the entire world is a meaningful goal and one that we can accomplish together, I hope you'll consider taking one of those 3 basic actions to support me. They're small things to do, but they make a huge difference. I'm one person creating many, many videos for the whole world. Every little bit of support counts. So I hope you'll consider. Check out the annotations in this video over, oh, here we go. Woo! Check out these annotations and check out the links in the description field of the video. Those 3 actions do a lot for me. I'll see you again really soon. Bye-bye. Don't forget about the links. Bye-bye. And they're in the description too. Bye. And you could stick around for a little while. I mean, if you want to see me make a total fool out of myself. Also, it's about to rain, so I'll probably get totally soaked in a second if you just wait long enough. Actually, maybe you should just click on the links and go, because it's going to be embarrassing, and I'm going to get wet, and it's going to look weird. I just think, you should probably just leave. Yeah. I'm going to leave soon, so you probably should. Bye.